Good day, folks. Welcome to 406 Regen. We got some more moisture last night, so I got to go to the backup plan. This is exactly why I had that pickup out back with that tank of water on it. Because there's no way that this pickup will be able to make that hillside. As you can tell, the mud just builds up on stuff, and you end up with big clay tires that you ain't got a chance to make it nowhere. So I'm riding solo out to get the sheep done today. Besides the border collie. Yeah. Maybe even with the border collie. I don't know. She'll catch up. So I'm gonna see if I can't make that hillside over there. And there's no way you'll be able to hear me with that trailer back there, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. Alrighty, folks, made it out here. Looks like the sheep emptied their blue dish, but they got half of the red one, so they're not out of water like they appear to be. I'm just kind of lounging around waiting for me to come pick up. I see my post over there and the netting's down, which is nice. The wind must have got that down in the moisture last night. So, but everybody's here and everybody's safe, so that's all that matters. Came out last night to put them away, to put them in this netting from the poly. And the two munchkins were out running around. Now, in fairness, we did have some really loud thunder and lightning hit really, really close to us. But I think they'd already been in and out a couple times because there's a deer leg they had, an old one, that was in their pen that wasn't yesterday when I moved them there. So it means they jumped in and out. The top wire was off of up there, so yay for that. Don't know if I'm gonna have to put 4 wires up now or what exactly I have to do for these munchkins, because I gotta have faith, you know. I gotta have them in here and believe that they're in this pen, you know. It's not like they're gonna hurt anything out here, but I don't want them to be wandering around in the neighbors or getting into trouble with coyotes or anything. I mean, that's why I have the netting and this poly, so they don't get in trouble with none of that. You know, I got 3 wires up on it, and the top one got knocked down, so I don't know if they jumped it or if the cow's tail knocked the top wire down, so then they jumped it. I don't know. But just me solo here, so I'm gonna start picking up everything here. So alrighty, well, I'm in the process taking this down. Katie did not stay in the trailer like I told her, but she hasn't gotten off the 4-wheeler. So, like, I don't know what to tell her, because I mean, she didn't get down or off, so I guess technically she's just too dang smart for her own good, and she thinks she can ride the 4-wheeler. But so far, like I say, she hasn't got down on her own, so she's been a good girl. In that regard, you're a pretty good girl when I put you somewhere, and you tend to stay there, don't you? Unless it's a pen, of course. If I put you on the back of a vehicle, or I put you on the 4-wheeler, you don't like to stay, but you do. For the most part. So, yep, I'm just getting this fence tore down and put up at the same time. My sheep are doing a walkabout. They're following that fence line, so I gotta get back to it so I can go head them off again. Alrighty, folks, I just got back out here. I had to run to the house earlier today, so I wasn't able to get the poly up for them to graze, so I let them graze this down here, and now they'll have a few hours up there to where they'll be able to fill up their tanks for night. It's quite amazing how fast we're blowing across this field, which is great, because I got I bought about 10 acres worth of seed, like I was saying, that I won't be able to plant until the 1st of June. And this being just a few days into May, this will, maybe I'll be able to plant into it. I don't know. I might have to actually come back and I probably won't run the sheep back over. I might have to come back out here and borrow a mower and just mow the 10 acres to give what they plant into it a chance to establish itself. But my brother and I, we rode out over the hill here, started looking over the field really good, you know, trying to plan ahead of where we're going to move the animals and how the fields are doing. And with this last few days of rain, there's a whole bunch of grass that's actually starting to come up from the cover crops we planted in, I think, all out through here. And I highly doubt the camera would even be able to pick it up if I tried to show you, because they're just, you know, they're very wire thin and about 1 inch tall. Well, here, I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but you know, that's very wire thin wiregrass, and all these dead spots that are like that, there's actually grass starting to try to establish itself. So what we're gonna do out here is these animals, we're gonna run them over here this corner, right about there. So it's, I don't know, 4 or 5 days at the max. Then we're gonna pick up and we're gonna take them across the coulee to that brown over there. Now that's all green underneath, but you just, lots of sweet clover and stuff in it last year, so it looks brown. But that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna finish this off because I think that'll be about my 10 acres from that corner right there to the power pole, and like right here down the hill. I think that's about my 10 acres. And I'm gonna get them off of here and we're gonna move them out over there. Because I want all this fine little grass. I want to give it a shot to try to establish itself now that it's trying after 3 years of drought. I don't want to hit it too hard. So yeah, this is kind of just a small little area tonight. From there to, yeah, right there to obviously the netting right there. Like I said, I wasn't able to get it up earlier today. I got busy, other things came up. So I came out here, I threw this up for him. My brother and I threw this up for him here tonight, just so they can tank up on the fresh stuff. And they've still got plenty of grass down. They've still got plenty in the netting. You know, this little area is just not what they can eat. They still got plenty out there that they can whittle on a little bit tonight. You know, I'll come back out and I'll lock them up here before dark. That looks not puppy proof. Go ahead and try to fix that. Better. So like I said, you can see out here there's still plenty of good stuff that they can pick at when I lock them back up for the night. If these two were bigger, you know, I might not worry about it so much. But with these two still trying to get out of this stuff, you know, it's just safer for them, safer, peace of mind for me if they're in the netting. I know basically that netting can blow down and they're not going to try to walk over it or get out of it. So, I mean, any of these critters. That cow won't do it either. Which is quite amazing how quickly that these two have incorporated themselves into their moves. And, I mean, I got 4 wires on it here today, and that's one, because I started on the wrong end with my one reel, and 2, puppies. I'm pretty sure I could have these sheep and these cows down to 2 at the moment if it wasn't for those puppies. So the sheep, they just got to be low enough the sheep have to walk into it. Hey, Buckethead. And they'll stop them, otherwise they'll just walk right under it. So, but yeah, we had some rain last night. Very good chance we'll get some more here tonight. This week is supposed to be kind of pretty good and wet, so it's quite awesome. After those last few springs of a drought, I'll tell you what, it is nice to have some rain, some moisture on the ground. That is, however, why I parked that pickup right there, is so I could throw my little 55-gallon barrel in the back of a four-wheeler trailer. And even if the four-wheeler couldn't pull the barrel up that hill full, I got that as a spare resource out here. 450 gallons. It'll get me good enough to where it'll dry up good enough I can get the pickup out here and I can refill that. So, but they're all doing okay. Kind of happy. They're definitely shedding. It's been pretty cool here the last couple days, so they're enjoying it. There's a little breeze right now. I'm sure you guys can hear it on the camera. It's keeping it about 60, I think, is about what I'd say it is. It's really nice. It's a cool breeze. I have a little windbreak on. It's just a little cool, but if I start walking around a lot, then it warms up. So it's about the right temperature. As you can see, a lot of these girls have gotten a long ways. You gonna keep doing that, dude? We need content. Touch your nose to it. These girls have shed it off a long ways, to where it's, you come over the hill and you see all these white piles out and around. Scares you a little bit, like, oh, what's that? It's just them shedding, especially in the dog cage. That poor dog cage. I'm gonna have to build a sturdier one because shedding season comes around, especially when I get more head. They'll just destroy it. Of course, don't help my brother put a 1,400-pound cow on here with him that likes to rub on it too. But yeah, it was just a beautiful day today. Like I said, had that moisture this morning. Looking to get some more tonight. This is what I moved them off of. I'm pretty happy with this last graze. So from in this area and down there, they got it pretty good, pretty even, and I'm happy with this graze. Getting into it the first couple of days over there, I had to figure them out pretty quick, but on how much they're going to intake and all that. And now that they're getting the routine, they know they're getting moved every 24 hours. So I'm happy with yesterday's grazing. This day, today should be no different. They should knock it down fairly decent. They're knocking this dead down pretty good. And yeah, so it's doing good. Just enjoying the evening now. I'm gonna have them out here in this little area 3-4 hours. That'll give them plenty of time to get knocked down what they want to eat for supper, and I'll put them back in that netting for night. Do it all again tomorrow. So, y'all have a good one.